Howdy y'all, my name is ChucklesTC and welcome back to my World of Outlaws 23 career mode, where today the locals are headed to Fairbury Speedway. So let's go ahead and hop in there to simulate that race. For our next time out, where we are racing at both Eldora showcases. Finished 19th, meeting our goal, so it's up to us to meet the goal of a top 25 next episode. At Eldora for the showcase. And now the street stock side. So that means on Monday we are going to be debuting a new series. Or a new chapter in the locals. Let's go ahead and hire a driver here. Same one, do the cheapest one. And we're going to be headed to Eldora to race in that tomorrow as well. She's unable to deliver. Like I said, Bob's towing. Let's exit that. And so we're either going to be doing the big block modified, the UMP modified, or the 305 Sprint Series. That would all be starting next episode. Or one of those, not next episode. One of those will be starting in 2 episodes. So let's move on to regional competition. Well, first we're going to head to the Midgets racing at Prairie View Motorsports Park. We raced there, what was it, an episode or 2 ago? In the locals. And this is a rough one to race at all the time. So we may be saving up for this. No, yeah, we are going to save up our money for that and not get that street stock upgrade, even though we can afford it right now. But I'll update you guys once we're loaded up on the track. Okay, we're loaded in here at Prairie View, where our goal time for practice is at 8.593. And let's get into it. So that is going to mean after next episode, it is going to be at least 3 races every video. So these are going to start being longer videos. But it's all for your enjoyment. It's crazy how far we've come in just 50-something odd days. And there we're getting kind of close to our goal time. It's a lot harder to run our line here that we want to run in these midget cars than it is in the street stocks, and I think we'll be coming here pretty soon on the street stock schedule. I might be completely wrong on that, but there we go ahead and beat the goal time. It's at least good for sponsorship. I think we might be able to squeeze our way into the A main here, but it's most likely going to be a B main type of day. We're not going to have the best qualifying result. We can try doing something like what we did last episode, where we dip down on the banking and use that to help us get the rest of the turn in. It's not running awful. It's just not the prettiest lap. It's not really working good at all. That sets up for a good exit. There we set a faster lap. We need to get down in the rough. Just dip our left tire below that white line. But not that far down, as that just leaves the tires spinning for too long. Okay. This time we're going to try it. Go back for another quick lap. It doesn't really work. Yeah, we're definitely a lot faster running a normal lap line. Oh boy, okay. Yeah. No, now I'm just goofing around. Dang it, okay. I was trying to smack someone. Okay, our fastest lap was a 8.425. That's not going to be enough to meet our goal position in qualifying. And our goal position is P25. Actually, it would be enough to meet it. So we have to run a perfect lap to our standards. That's why I want to go ahead and upgrade the engine. But that is a really bad first lap entry. I was going to put us down at like 27th, I'd say. 28th. And our second lap puts us at 27th with an 8.566. Advancing to Heat 2, starting in 6th position. We need to only gain up 1 position, but this... Or no, 2 positions. Make the top 4. But this is a tough event to do this in. And we cut down to the bottom lane right away. Oh, well, we are slower than these guys up in front of us. And with it being a mini showcase, and we've already lost a position. And the leader's already taken the checkered flag. We're coming through the last corner. We're going to finish 7th. We lose a position. That's going to put us in the C main. Starting in 2nd. But now we're going to have to fight our way back up in the B main if we make it. The outside line here is so screwed. Especially from a... Oh boy, we spin the leader. If only we could have done that like once in the heat race. Just passing cars here is so difficult. It's such a challenge to get done. And yes, that makes it interesting, but that also makes this whole event a bit of a pain to get done. Because now you sort of are just tailing a car in front of you. Because you're constantly turning. And the AI has the better line than you. Oh. Yeah, like the announcer said, I'm not sure if you can hear it. We need to run consistently faster laps. And there we set a really good lap. but we are almost constantly turning. And that is how we've been able to get a huge gap over the rear of the field. In checkers or wreckers, as the announcer just said, we're going to come through and take a checkers in the C main. And then some of the worst, apparently, because these guys won't even be in a regular field. We're starting at 11th, and you make it up to 5th in the B main to make the show. Let's get into it here. We can see where we need to end up. But do we have the drive in us? Having to race around other cars does make this challenging. Oh, we spin a car, but we're up into 6th by the time it happens. That is going to put us on the outside lane, but who knows? The midgets are great for being able to file down into that bottom lane if you start on the outside. But not at a track like this, where almost no matter what, you're starting on extreme banking. As we fall down to P7 instantly on the restart, we're able to move it up, almost wreck Reynolds there, but really keep our head on. Keep our head on. And are up with an opportunity here to make up some positions. We're going to Jackson, we'll spin them. We'll move up to P4 by the time the caution flies. And man, in that heat race, we're so lucky no cautions flew. Jeez, oh Pete. Here we're underway once again. Starting in P4. And we finally get a drop down on the bottom lane. And Crawford's going to wash down into us. We're up into the wall. And we'll drop down to P5 by the time the caution flies. And we're going to just drive him back into a pack of cars. That's on you, buddy. Or that was Armstrong. Crawford dropped back to P10. Wow, like 3 of these guys have the same paint scheme. We'll wheel bang Wilson. But we're going to move up into 3rd position. I'd rather finish... And yes, I'd rather finish 3rd than 2nd. But that was a photo finish for the lead. Let's see the time gap there. So we're starting 23rd in the A main. And that was 0.025 second gap. 25 hundredths of a second. So now we're headed up to the A main here. Okay, it's time to go racing. So let's get into it. Here from 23rd on the... Okay, sorry about that. We didn't really get into the race before that happened. But I guess my leg sort of unplugged my screen. We dropped back a position on the restart, and we'll drop back to last. From Wilson. And now we're going to move down and take 22nd position. And I think if we run our proper line, we should be golden, Pony Boy. Okay, we're starting to bounce off the wall. Why that is, I'm not exactly sure. So might need to do a bit more turning of the car. We're up here in the P19. 7 laps into this race, and the leader is already catching up to the rear of the field. We need to start moving. And was that a new track record lap for us? That was. As we're still struggling to catch up to Moles and Whitley here, as I believe we are the next car on track for the leader. Oh, as the car goes around, oh, we get hooked! We'll slide around and tag the wall a bit with our rear end. We were the last car on the lead lap at the time of the caution. Truly tragic, and I think we are going to have to take a look at that replay if we are able to at the conclusion of this event. But restart here is not really what I was hoping for. But unlike what happened last episode, now more cars are down a lap. Oh, we're going to turn a guy. We're going to drop down to the back of the field here. But we're up into P17. Because we're the second to last guy on the lead lap. So that just re-racks them all, I guess. Here, shooting for a top 15. It's not out of the picture with 5 laps remaining around here. But we cannot have a lap like that. As we're dropping down positions to these lapped cars, we're going to turn them. Oh, into the wall hard. Into the bottom wall hard. Restarting here in P18. As these lapped cars are getting super aggressive. And all the aero damage is showing its face. I want to say great, but suit yourself. And yeah, one of the 19 cars was bound to win. Let's view the replay. And we'll look at where it all really went wrong. Okay, so here we've been running for a couple laps, catching up to this pack of cars. We were realizing that we are the last car on the lead lap, and then boom, in front of us, it all just sort of happens too fast. As back on the rear wheel of that curb car, they slam together. He goes around. I shoot down low. Just unable to turn it. And then the next restart, we instantly collide with, the 97. Because that was just a rough race. But with down in the 19th in the season standings, I'll cut back to you guys on the main menu. Okay, we're loaded up here. We met all of our goals for the event. We got a bonus. So next episode we're going to be headed to... Oh my goodness, is it going to be a quadruple showcase episode next time? We're going to go with the top 25. And we'll hold off. But hopefully with all that extra cash coming in from the showcases, we may be able to afford the next upgrade for our midget car. Now let's go ahead and load up on street stocks. We're going to be racing at I-55 Raceway, and I'll cut back to you guys once we're there. Okay, loaded in here now at I-55 Raceway. For the street stocks, our goal time is a 14.928. Let's hop into it. As we are yet to set a lap here ever. It's our first venture to I-55. As we are sliding pretty rough early going right now. We'll see if we can improve anything as we're starting to learn the track, and we instantly go and beat the goal time, but I don't feel great about it yet. And we're doing really good on our lap times. And I know if I run a little bit of practice, we might be contending for something today. This is a bit more of a traditional oval that we're used to in these dirt races. However, like I was saying about all the speed, the second we get any sort of contact, all that speed sort of goes with the wind. Oh boy, okay, we're gonna get... Nah, basically stayed out of the wall there. I was just cleaning all the dirt off my tires, you know, in the dirt. Now we get a good exit. Ish. Definitely could be a lot better, but so could the condition of this car. Now coming through the final lap here, it's not going to be a good one. We're going to come through to finish practice with a 14.572. Yeah, we finally hit a car while going slow. For some reason in practice, these guys are like super cautious. I wonder what, with all this damage to the car, because knowing us and figuring out how this track has been in practice, it's honestly a pretty likely situation for us to end up in. What can we run? Honestly, not too far off. And I don't know. Definitely quite a bit of room for improvement in our racecraft here. So we're coming through for our final lap of practice. It's going to be a 14.570. Yeah. Okay, I just want to see if I can get the rear blinking red now. We are just goofing around a bit. No, couldn't quite do it there. Man, why won't they race against me? Dang it. Okay. Starting to get booed from the fans. And then, let's hop into qualifying here. We're with our goal time being a 14.749 for P20. Dang it. Okay. Well, that's what I get, I guess. Feeling like such a punk during practice. I'm going to have a rough time here in qualifying with a ton of damage already. I don't think we're going to be able to hit these numbers that we hit in the first practice. But we go there and hit it. And beat our goal at least. Should put us at least P20. But I want to do better. I want to get up there with the 14.153. Let's see where that would have put us. The 14.410 puts us in 13th position. Oh boy, 13th. $14.193 would have put us in 9th position. But we're headed here in Heat 1, starting from back in, what is that, 4th position. There's a chance here that we could have a good weekend. Knows we already dropped back to 5th here, but we're able to get the switch up. We're going to catch back up to Cox here and try to hit that transfer position. Those two are already taking off up in front of us. We're not going to be able to catch up to them. We're going to finish 3rd at best. It's hard to go out and win a race if you do not make that qualifying dash. Not only do you get another experience on track around cars, but you have an opportunity to put yourself up front in these cars and track position or track conditions where it is hard to pass. But now coming to the 2 to go, we are still stuck back in 4th position where we started. The only person to make up significant anything was Cox, who went from 4th, or who went from 3rd to 2nd. And we take aero damage there with pretty nasty contact to the inside. We start our final lap here, having to hold off pressure from the rear. And going into the final corner, it looks like we are going to do it. We're headed to the A main, starting in 12th position. Or 13th. Yes, 13th position. And now let's hop into the A main. It's loaded in now for the A main event. Let's go ahead and hop into it here. Starting back in P12, we know it's a rough track to pass at, but we know we can use our bumper as long as we do not have a rough start. And putting us down, we started in 13th, but putting us down on this inside lane for the start is going to help us greatly. We saw that Cox, with that inside lane, was able to make up the position and get up to P2 on the initial start. Now Cox instantly struggling and falling back. Oh, and we're going to turn him. We're going to hook him. He went around. We're up into P10 by the time the caution flies, gaining 3 positions from the drop of the green flag. Now having a restart on this outside lane, just like I said, it is going to be a tough one, and we may see a car or two go around in front of us. With how tight this track is and how much these guys want to squeeze, it's not going to be uncommon today to see this happening. And to see bumpers getting all torn up when the sides of the cars, which usually take a pretty decent amount of damage too, are going to stay pretty intact. As that's about all the wall damage you're going to have. As we were just turned out there by Rollins. Okay, or if you just, like, are completely intent on revenge and you drop back all the way to P16 and then hook cross and then hook yourself and drop down even farther down to P18 and hit the wall again, taking significant aero damage on your left side wall. Now you wreck Bobby Young on purpose, taking yourself out basically from contention out of pure anger. I don't know why I did that. I instantly regret it. That hurt my car more than it hurt him because I wasn't able to properly right rear hook him. And I took most of the impact. Need to watch that Art of Wrecking. I need to watch the Art of Revenge video on NASCAR again, so I can learn how not to beat Annika. This restart is helpful. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That's what I was trying to do, but I wasn't trying to do it to him. Oh, it's because I left rear hooked him instead of right rear. Makes so much more sense. Because the car doesn't want to go right. The car wants to go left. Yeah. So it's a lot easier for him to fight against me. Oh, rough contact there with the inside wall. We're going to wash out. Almost having contact with the cross. We're going to hold on to it. We'll get into Barnes, who forces us to lift as he cuts off our lane. And now back into Rollins, who started all this. We wash out high. I'll shoot it low here on Barnes. We're going to wash up into him. We're going to spin him. We're going to T-bone him into the wall. We're going to move off him. And Bobby Young moves up to P14. Oh, we're going to go around into the field of cars. Getting lifted up. Dropping back to the rear of the field. By the time the caution flies. You know, maybe I'm just too exhausted for all this. Jeez, oh, Pete. Cheese and crackers. Here with only a handful of laps remaining, we are back down in last position, and this is where we deserve to finish, but I'm going to fight back for at least a top 20. Going into this first set of turns, we're going to shoot it down on the inside. Eyeing to move up on Reynolds. And now we're going to wash out into Richardson. We're going to hold on to it, but Jackson almost goes around. Now he's going to go around. We're going to lose positions again. I have ARCA brakes. I do not like lifting off there to go and brake for a car in front of me. Because then they can make up positions too. Are those actual brands? I've never noticed actual branding on, like, the walls before. Okay, white flag is out. We need to make it up to P20. Even better, Bobby Young. And we cut off a car to finish P20. Don't care how dirty it was. We needed it. We wanted it. We got it. I'd rather not take a look at this replay. Okay, now let's go ahead and head back to the main menu. We're 16th in season standings. All Cup adjustments were loaded up on the menu. Okay, loaded back here. We met our goal of a top 20 with the 20th place finish. Really bad driving there. We're going to have a message from the Outlaws. No, we're not. And next up, we're headed to Jacobs County. So thank you all. Hope you have a good one. And come back next episode for the local series finale, which we are racing at Eldora, and our showcase at Fairbury. And Jacobs County is actually not a showcase. Oh, the street stock season is longer. Interesting. Guess I just never noticed. Yeah, thank you all. Hope you have a good one. And goodbye.